let's talk about California, because this is leading into my conversation about Austin, right? Because for whatever reason, I've overlooked Austin. But you guys sent me a lot of information. And then on top of that, it's almost like I feel like it's divine that I'm supposed to talk about Austin today. But before we talk about Austin, we got to understand why people are leaving the place that they're going. And we also got to have a conversation about the fact that Texans have been telling the people over in California, don't turn our Texas into the place that you came from. But Austin has largely become a liberal hellhole. At least that's what the people are saying. I don't know. I'm going to evaluate it just like you guys. But at the same time, we need to understand exactly what they're running away from. What are you running away from over there in California? San Francisco, Los Angeles, Oakland. What are the people running away? Why don't you guys want to stay in a place that you voted for? This is your space. Why you ain't fighting for the place that see, we never left Detroit. Now that Detroit is evolving and it's turned the corner and is doing absolutely awesome, we're excited to still be here. And you know what's so funny? A lot of the people that originally was from the city and they left the city and it was like, forget this, I'm going down to Atlanta and tear Atlanta up. We about to head over to Houston. Now they're like, you know what? My heart was still with the city. Like, no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. We never left. We never left Michigan. We never left Detroit. We never left Metro Detroit. We always kept our dollars here. We advocated for it. We stood for it. And so when everybody was saying that it's the worst place ever, we made it our headquarters. And we buckled down and we dedicated ourselves and all of that. And so I'm trying to figure out, why don't the people want to stay in LA? Why don't the people want to stay in Oakland? Why do people not staying in California? Why do people not staying in Sacramento? Why do people not staying in San Francisco? Listen, it don't matter that you priced out. Deal with it. Figure it out. Figure it out. All right? But anyways, here's an example of what's going on in LA over the weekend.
Police in South LA are looking for more suspects in a raid at an auto parts store. Dozens of people ransacked the place, but authorities did manage to catch one. KTLA's Gene Kang at the scene this morning with the latest. Gene, good morning.
Good morning, Megan. There are many moving parts, you could say, in this story. Detectives just left the scene. They were here for hours. They were fingerprinting and, of course, gathering other evidence. There is security video that they were looking at to try and identify who those dozens of people were accused of being in that mob and then also forcing their way into this AutoZone store in South Los Angeles. Just a lot of devastation that the employees have to clean up this morning. Watch this. So much chaos. Police report about 50 people broke into the store earlier this morning. They ransacked the place, causing mayhem, accused of stealing.
Y'all realize that these people are not even running? That they don't even fear authorities. They don't even fear police. They not even tripping. They just slow motion, just strolling, just having a good time and chilling. These people are waiting in line to loot AutoZone. They are in a single file line to commit crime. This is the most insane thing that I've seen. Look at
Earlier this morning, they ransacked the place.
Look at the girl. She ain't got no mask on. Everybody got hoodies on because they just don't want to be identified by the cameras because they know that y'all going to be out there in order to show it.
Causing mayhem, accused of stealing
He leaving the door open. Homie left the door open.
Ransacked the place, causing mayhem, accused of stealing auto parts and then taking off. By the time officers arrived, the large group had scattered, making it very difficult to apprehend anyone on the spot. Then there's this video. Around 3:50 a.m., LAPD received 911 calls about a street takeover very close by. That was Century Boulevard and Hoover Street here in South Los Angeles. Officers quickly called for backup as the situation escalated. Now, we don't have video of the next incident, but officers tell us one driver refused to stop for police, leading to a brief but intense pursuit. CHP got involved at one point. The pursuit ended up in El Segundo.
Taking back in that antifreeze. Stealing everything but a job application.
Gundo, where it was by Pepper Street and Sycamore Avenue, one suspect was finally arrested. And then there's this new video. Police are dusting the front door of the AutoZone for fingerprints while they try to identify people by looking over their surveillance video of that burglary. We spoke to a
This is such a waste of time.
former employee who says he saw the street takeover and dozens of people snatch whatever they possibly could from the store, possibly thousands of dollars in merchandise, plus residents nearby who say it's unsafe here with criminal activity on the rise.
But this time it was more hectic. You know, they were taking over there, like, man, like, I couldn't exactly what they're saying, but I just seen a whole bunch of people started rushing in there and just.
He probably was right there along with him. Listen, man, arrest him. Book him, Dano. Got the weed shirt on with the watermelon on it. Got CarQuest. Man, this dude was probably right there. You know that criminals like to revisit the site that they already done had or did criminal activity at. I don't trust him. I believe that he was right there with everybody else. He looked like that big guy that was opening up the door and leaving it up. He just had a hoodie on.
Started breaking in and taking a whole bunch of stuff, you know, and it was just crazy.
And the street takeover right here is just ridiculous, man. Like every 2 days, it's an accident right here.
But this my AutoZone. This my hood. This my area. I live in this area, so I frequent this AutoZone.
And what goes through your head when you hear it's ransacked and there's a large mob?
Man, it's just crazy. It seems like it's just getting worse.
Well, as you see, there are many cars in the parking lot of this AutoZone, and these are all store employees. Now, they cannot go on camera, but they did tell me that they were terrified when that happened. Detectives now looking into who that huge group was. There are many people from other AutoZone stores coming in, including district and regional managers. But that is the very latest here from the scene in South Los Angeles. I'm Gene Kang, and I'm going to send it back to you.
This dude got on more makeup. And I know that y'all don't want me to focus on the other context clues, but I'm not a news reporter. I am reporting about and reacting to the news. And I'm giving my informed opinion on what's going on. And this guy looks like, he could be AI. He could literally be an AI character. Look at his guys. Look at his eyebrows. He don't got no mustache. He got his lip liner on. But you didn't think that the Asians were supposed to get this work? Everybody get this work on A Millionaire Morning Show. Look at this guy. Jesus Christ. Face beat to death. Anyways, not to be outdone. And so he got a Snapchat filter on. Facts. But anyways, not to be outdone. It's not just the lowly people that's a part of the neighborhoods that's suffering, especially as far as inflation on. And as far as crime is going on also. But in addition to that, even celebrities are selling their houses at millions of dollars of losses in order to get the heck out of California and Los Angeles. Like Ben Simmons, for example.
Joining me now is entertainment and royal reporter Kinsey Schofield. Kinsey, NBA player Ben Simmons has copped a big loss on his multi-million-dollar mansion in California. He bought his Hidden Hills house for $26.8 million in 2021. We're using Australian figures here. A year later, he listed it for $34.8 million. That's US $23 million. There was zero interest. And he's finally now completed the sale for $18.3 million, Kinsey. That's a loss of more than $8 million at a time when property prices are going up. How did he make?
Listen. When you got celebrities taking eight That's unreasonable. To take a $8 million loss. You willing to take a $8 million L and that's not even including the real estate fees that come along with selling a property. You willing to take an $8 million loss just to get out of California? That's crazy. The people that they getting the heck out of Dodge. They don't want to be able to be, they don't even want to be in there $8 million L?
Manage this.
Well, I mean, I think we might delve into it more when we talk about Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell, but I think that no one wants to live here. I mean, LA's pretty lax when it comes to crime. In 2022, we had 397 murders. That was up almost 12% from the
Jesus
previous
Christ.
year, a 53% increase pre-pandemic. This year, violent crime is up almost 3% compared to March 2023. Robberies have increased 9.5. Rita, it is so bad that the stores plaster large security images of their shoplifters on the storefronts. So trying to humiliate and stop people from shoplifting. I mean, everybody's moving to Austin and Nashville, which I know I saw you visit some of those places recently over the last year. So I just think
You did not miss the Austin segment. It's coming up shortly.
everybody's fleeing and no one wants to live here anymore.
Yeah, the LA Times had an article 4 years ago about, the numbers fleeing California, they're all lower socioeconomic people. Rich people are actually moving to California. And then they ran a story 4 years later, a few months ago, saying how the rich were now fleeing California. And obviously the crime rate and the high state taxes would have a lot to do with that.
What up, Quinn? What's up, big dog? I hope you're enjoying yourself out there running them bikes. Ying, 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 ying. Shout out to Quentin. But somebody said to me in the chat, Jeff says, shout out to Jeff. Jeff says, Anton, they talking about Gavin Newsom being president now. I will take an incompetent Biden over Gavin Newsom. Listen, I will take Kamala Harris over Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom is the worst. He was the mayor of San Francisco, ran it into the ground. Then he became the governor of California, ran it into the ground. I mean, into the ground, boy. Even California has a deficit. They have a deficit. How do you have a deficit in California? How can you be that incompetent to where you literally run the whole city into the ground? Listen, there is nobody. I will take a female president over Gavin Newsom. I will take anybody. Boy, give me George Bush II again. Give me who? Anybody. Adrian Broner. I don't care who it is. Give me Stormy Daniels. Anybody but Gavin Newsom. I will take Tiffany Henyard. I will take Lori Lightfoot. Give me Brandon Johnson. I'll take Umar Johnson as president of the United States of America over Gavin Newsom. There was never, there is nobody over Gavin Newsom. I am disappointed in people over there in California for even feeling comfortable enough to have Gavin Newsom in office, and then y'all reelected him. I will take Billy Porter, Kim Kardashian, Ray J, anybody. Give me anybody but Gavin Newsom. There could not be anybody worse than Gavin Newsom as president of the United States of America. No way, no how at all. Please, Jesus, in Jesus' name. Listen, I'm cool with y'all. In California suffering and ruining an entire nation and being okay with the fact of immigration and having y'all state running at a deficit. But Lord, rebuke the devil. Rebuke the devil in Jesus' name. Don't ever let Gavin Newsom run for president of the United States of America. Because I know some of y'all just going to vote blue no matter what. Anyways, let's...